Upgrading Fortigate software. Fortigate uses a software called FortiOS. If you log in into your GUI, you will always see the firmware version in the front of the screen. Now I'm running version 6.0.9. It's a good practice to keep an eye on software updates that the manufacturer make all the time to make sure you are keeping up on your security and updates. I want to show you how you can find new versions and see what had changed between the versions and what you should do to ensure your environment is stable. First, let's go into the Fortinet website. You will see a page for each product or each version of the software. Now I'm using version 6.0.9 and I see that they have a new branch 6.2. I want to know if this version is suitable for my environment. To make sure that for the version you are interested in, you go into the release information first, open the version that you are trying to install, and here you can make sure you are compatible with this software first. And then I highly suggest you check for resolved issue to see any of these bugs that got fixed in this version is applicable to you. Then maybe it's a good idea to upgrade to this version. Also, make sure you keep an eye for known issues. These are unresolved issues that exist in this software as well. If any of these components or bugs is applicable to you, make sure you do not upgrade to this version until these issues has been fixed in future release. Now, we verified that all the issues are not applicable to us in the known issues and everything in this version is good. How do we upgrade to this version? Well, first, let's go into the upgrade tool. The upgrade tool, you can verify which steps you need to make to upgrade to a specific version. For example, we are using Fortigate VM. So if I choose the option for VM, it's going to ask me which is your current FortiOS version. Right now I'm using version 6.0.9 and I want to upgrade to version 6.2.3. Once you choose your parameters, click go, and it's going to show you how many steps in your upgrade path. So in this particular example, I only have to go one upgrade straight from 6.0.9 to 6.2.3. But assuming I was running an older version, let's say version 5.6.9. Now let's try to upgrade to version 6.2.3. It's gonna ask us to upgrade 3 different times. First, we have to upgrade from version 5.6.9 to version 6.0.5, and then from 6.0.5 we need to upgrade 6.2.2, and then from 6.2.2 we can upgrade to 6.2.3. Usually when there are incremental changes, like in this scenario, it's because there has been massive amount of CLI syntax changes or database changes that require you to upgrade to the other branch first before proceeding to the final version. If you miss any of these steps in your upgrade path, there is a chance you're going to have a loss of configuration or database issues. So you always want to stick to this upgrade path from the manufacturer to make sure your device will recover from the upgrade with no issues. This has been tested already from the company and they made sure it's going to work in this specific order. So now we're going to go back to 6.09. Going into 6.2.3, we only need to download this version. I want to show you how to download the upgrade version for your device from the support portal. And the way you download these update files, for example, in our case, if we are upgrading to the VMware version 6.2.3, we're going to use this upgrade file, which is going to be .out format. Anything .out format is a software update from Fortinet. And you take this file and I will show you how to upgrade from the GUI using this file. If you are using a physical device, you will need to go and download firmware images, and from the firmware images, make sure you choose the correct device, and then go into the branch that you need to download the firmware for. This one we are looking for version 6.2.3. We go into 6.2 and choose the subversion. And from here you will see the different firmware images in .out format as well for all kind of devices. These are all the physical devices from Fortigate, and you will also find the virtual machine version that is used on Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, AVM in this screen as well. So once we download .out format, let's go into the firewall and see how we can go through the upgrade process. Once you log into the firewall, I want you to click in the firmware version. This way it's going to ask you update firmware and system firmware. From here it's going to ask you to upload the file. This is where we need to input the .out file, and once you choose the upgrade file, the FortiGate unit will be able to automatically detect the version number and build number from the file name. And then it's going to warn us that it cannot determine the upgrade path because this unit has no subscription, therefore it does not have access to the upgrade path. So it's going to ask us to backup and config, and letting us know that this is going to reboot the device. So all the network traffic will be interrupted at this moment. Later in this course, we will be configuring FortiGates in a cluster where software updates will not cause interruption to the traffic because one device is getting updated at a time and one device will be live at a time as well. The best thing to do when you are upgrading a physical device is to have a console access to the device so you can see what's happening and if any errors occur during the upgrade process. Since we are using VMware for this version, it's easy for us to see the console access through the VMware console. So let's hit continue. It did download a backup version of the configuration automatically. Now if we head into VMware Workstation, we see firmware upgrade in process. System is going down now. So the console access gave us an insight in the device as it upgrades versus an SSH connection which would get interrupted once the device turns off. Now we can see the boot process and any upgrade errors, if any. So now the device had fully booted. Let's do our password. Now I'm inside the firewall. I want you to put the command git this status. And this command allows us to see which firmware is running on the device and different kind of information. And we can see on the top that this is running FortiGate VM version 6.2.3. So our upgrade did work great. Let's log into the GUI and verify the version in here as well. And we can go into network interfaces. And we can see from here that all the network configuration that I had initially is still in here. And everything looks perfect. So let's try to change the host name now that we upgrade the device. And I want to show you how to do it from the CLI as well. The way you do this is first you put config system global set host name, and then you can call it a different name in this case without any spaces. And then you end. This way the device name changes if you refresh the page. Now you are on the new version and the new host name. Thank you for watching.